Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing the March Shop My Stash. I feel like, February is such a short month. This time always comes around really quickly. I have been in this mode of trying out a lot of different eyeshadows outside of the, I guess, capsule of makeup that I choose for each month, because I am really trying to hone down and figure out the types of eyeshadows that I want to keep around and comparing them against other ones and seeing if I can find dupes and what's worth keeping. So in addition to the Project Pan items, I am also trying to battle out different eyeshadows in my collection when I can, just to kind of, cull things. I don't really know how much usage I'm really going to get on most of these eyeshadows, but as long as I use everything at least twice, I think that will make me very happy. I do keep an inventory list in my bullet journal as well, and I do check off anything that I've used in a Shop My Stash so that I know what ones I haven't cycled in yet, so usually those are the products that get priority. Without further ado, let's get into the recap of last month. Last month, I brought in the Modern Renaissance palette. This is one of my favorites in my collection. I used, I think, every shade in this palette at least one time, if not twice, but I don't feel like I got enough use out of this for as much as I enjoy it. So I'm definitely keeping this one in again, just to see if I can get another round out of them all. I also brought in these two blushes by Laura Geller. I still really like both of them. There is a lot of kick up when you dip your brush into it, but I almost kind of like that because I feel like it means you're using it up more. Does anybody else feel like that? Same with the Modern Renaissance. Like, more kick up means that I'm getting more use out of it. I know that seems kind of wasteful, but in my eyes, blush is going to take forever regardless, but either way, they have great pigmentation. I love both of them. This is the Boysenberry shade, and this one is Tartufo. So for highlighters, I had the Ulta liquid one, and I had the Physicians Formula butter bronzer. I really enjoyed both of these, and I'm going to keep them in again for March because I honestly don't have a lot of highlighters, and I feel comfortable doing that because I feel like I still end up rotating through everything pretty well. I will keep both of these in, and I actually enjoy using this with my fingers because of the formula. It's like a cream, and I was using it with a brush. I enjoy using my fingers for this one, so that's a fun new way that I've been applying that. For bronzer, one that I brought in for February was this Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. I was really questioning this one. I wasn't sure if I still liked it, but it turns out that I really do enjoy it. It's very natural looking on me, and sometimes you just need something that isn't really super heavy. So this does still turn up though, so I really do like this. Yeah, I'm going to keep this one in for another month as well. I brought in the Lorac Perfection Bake Perfecting Powder as my setting powder. Really love this one, and I was so happy to get more usage out of this. It's even getting flatter. That's awesome. And really like this one. I'm going to keep it in for another month as well to get as much use out of it as I can. I usually use this one every day, so that will stay in. Yeah, I usually don't bring in new powders every month, so there's that. I did bring in a bunch of lip colors, and I don't know if I want to talk about every single one of them, but by ColourPop, this is the Ultra Satin Lip. This is in the shade Frickin' Frack, just like a medium kind of nude red shade. I really love this formula. I didn't really use this as much as I wanted to. I maybe used it twice. Right now it's not really a color that I'm like drawn to put on, but I gotta say the formula for this is really nice. I don't think I mentioned this Nyx Lip Butter in the shade Toulouse. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, I'm sorry, but this is one that my mom actually got me, and I decided to kind of throw it in last minute for February, and I've really been enjoying this. It looks like pretty dark nude, but I feel like when I wear it, it does kind of come off a little pinkier than that. So yeah, I really have been liking this. I did have other lip products, but nothing super worth mentioning. Sorry guys, I had to adjust. My feet were getting numb. In terms of the eyeshadow, brought in two purpley MAC ones, and I love this one, but it was just nice to get some more usage on this, even though it was only like twice. I might revisit it again sometime soon, so there's that. The Iris Print one I used about twice as well. This color is pretty. I do enjoy it. Not a color that I automatically want to use. You know what I mean? It's like once it's on, it's great, but that is something to keep note of in the future. While I do enjoy it, I don't think it looks bad on me. It's one that I'm probably gonna put in a chopping block type of video because there's a couple of shadows that I have that are kind of similar to this. Same kind of like periwinkle vibe, and I don't need more than maybe one shade of this type of a color, so we'll see where this one stands. But I'm not gonna put it back in my collection and just forget about it. I'm really gonna try to play around with this one and compare it to other shadows that I have. So these two MAC shadows here, I have the Nylon color. I love this one. This is a really good one. It doesn't look that exciting in the pan, but honestly I have it right now in my inner corner. It is a beautiful inner corner highlight shade. I'm gonna try to play around with this on my lid as well. I think this is gonna be one of those shadows that I just keep on my dresser or, you know, in my everyday makeup capsule like every single day from now on, because it is that beautiful and I just don't want to put it back in my stash and have it be forgotten. So this is one I'm definitely going to be keeping out for long term, as well as Shroom. It is very basic and really does not show up on me at all. It is almost like a clear eyeshadow. This is something that I like to use over eyelid primer to kind of make it less sticky and just base the rest of your eyeshadow. These two I'm definitely going to be keeping out and try to, you know, unofficially pan. I find these to be very good staple products. I brought in the Bareminerals Flaunt eyeshadow, which is really a nondescript, pretty enough eyeshadow. That looks very, like, you can see it, it's on the top there, it's very shimmery. So I do enjoy this one for, you know, days where I don't want really heavy looks. I can easily forget what this looks like if I don't use it often. So then I have these two. I have Nyx Liquid Gold, it looks like that, and I just have to be kind of careful with what kind of eyeliner I use with this one. For me, it doesn't really look as good with eyeliners besides black or darker colors. Also brought in this Sex Kitten shade by Bareminerals as well. This one I'm on the fence about. This is pretty much a chocolatey dark brown color that is really pretty. You do have to put pressure on your lid. You almost have to tap it in to actually see it this dark, or, you know, put it over a glitter primer, because otherwise you can't see it that well. Almost wondering if this is worth keeping. I'm also going to put this in my chopping block eyeshadows. I have so many like chocolatey plummy brown colors in my collection, or in palettes or as singles, and I'm really questioning if I really want to keep this one around, even though it is really pretty. I am trying to sort of be very conscious about my Bare Mineral eyeshadows because I have quite a few of them, and I'm trying to phase out mineral shadows altogether and just keep my favorites, because they just get very overwhelming, and I get very confused or have like poor memory when it comes to some of them and how they look on me. So I want to eliminate that by getting rid of some of them, but we'll see. So putting this to the side and not back in my stash right now, because I do want to test this out against other eyeshadows. Did bring in this. I thought it would be fun to kind of pull in a weird color, and I kind of randomly picked this out. This is Urban Decay's Covet. I only used it one time and I just did not want to wear it. It just did not feel natural for me to wear this color this month. I don't mind pulling out bold colors, but I just feel like this to me is just too summery and springy for me. So you'll probably see this one again in a future Shop My Stash, because it just wasn't happening this month. I kind of last minute brought in this e.l.f. eyelid primer. This one's really, really good, but it is also really, really old. I have been using my MAC paint pot instead of this for months and months and months, and this is just kind of sitting around not getting used. And I kind of like to save this for special occasions for some reason, which is dumb because it's like an e.l.f. primer. Like, why? Like, it's only getting older and sitting there. What the heck am I doing? Don't be dumb about it. Just use it and finish it and maybe move on to another one. This is a really good one, by the way. I'm pretty sure the packaging is probably different now on theirs, but if you're looking for like a cheap drugstore one, this is a good one. Now let's get into our products for March. Let's start with blush. I'm going to bring in these two, the Nars Orgasm blush and the Bobbi Brown Pale Pink, which I think is supposed to be like tongue-in-cheek type of name, because obviously this is not very pale. It doesn't go on that bright at all. It definitely does give you a really pretty flush. I really like blue undertoned type tones for my skin in lipstick and blush, so this definitely fits the bill. And I've had this blush for a really long time. So I've had it for probably like 10 years now, maybe even more than that. I remember I bought it at a CCO. Yeah, it is a really, really pretty color that needs way more love. It is Bobbi Brown after all. I feel like it was a little bit more expensive, so this is the month that I'm going to really try to use this. Nars Orgasm, which I feel like I brought this in not too long ago. It was a cult favorite at one point in makeup history. Some people probably do still love it, I'm sure, but yeah, this is one of those colors that doesn't always come up on me the way I prefer it to. I don't know. I feel like I might be wrong about that though. Like sometimes I can just wear it and it looks fine, but I'm not wearing it today, so I don't know I'm going like this. But yeah, I do think I need to play around with this more, and I feel like I said that last time too, and really decide if this is a blush that does anything for me at all. We'll see. We'll see. And bringing back a ton of MAC eyeshadows. I had a bunch of them still left in my inventory that I have not used yet in a while. I'm bringing in Illegal Cargo. Always, again, forget I'm going to swatch on my arm what this looks like. So excited to retry that one. Here's an old fave. This one is Magnetic Fields. This was limited edition. You can tell by the packaging. Was one of my favorites. Dark grayish, taupey kind of color, really, really pretty. Keeping with MAC, again, I was saying that I had a lot of plummy brown type of shades. This is really old in my collection. It's probably one of the first MAC shadows I ever bought, called Twinks. And this looks pretty much like that Bareminerals color I was talking about. So maybe keep that one, get rid of Sex Kitten. Here we have Dazzle Light. I got this at the same time as I got Twinks. Kind of champagne-y type of highlight, or like a, you know, brow bone color or whatever. All my swatches are like going this way. But yeah, for some reason I never want to reach for it. I don't know if it's like in my head I think it looks more yellow than it actually goes on, but that's why we're pulling it in. MAC Pigment. This is the shade Larkabout. This I believe is also limited edition. A lot of these I got from CCO too. I don't know if you guys know about CCO, but that's where I got some of my MAC shadows from. Yeah, this color is like a really pretty iridescent lavender with a blue shift, but it's like very pearly too. It's really, really pretty. I'm never going to finish this freaking pigment ever. You don't need a lot of it. I'm just gonna say that. You don't need a lot of that at all. And yeah, I did mention that I'm bringing back in Modern Renaissance. I want to get another round. Said that in the recap in case you fast forwarded through that. One Bareminerals Eye Shadow. This one is now called Pussycat. I know, I have a million Baremineral eyeshadows, but I'm trying to work through them all. Should I go here on the side? It almost has like a bronzy kind of look to it. There's more gold. Some gel eyeliners. I am bringing in this dark slate eyeliner by L'Oreal. This is their 24-hour infallible eyeliner, and I really do like these, and I feel like gray comes in handy because it goes with a lot and it still gives a lot of definition, so I'm really excited to bring this one back out. I have another MAC product. This is the eyeliner called Waveline, and this is a really cool shade of blue. It's definitely brighter than a navy. It definitely pops a lot more than your typical navy, so I'm excited to use this. You can see there's a bunch of usage in that already. It is a cream product. I feel like, you know, cream products definitely, in my mind, stand out as something that I don't want to just sit around for a while. For lip products, now, you might recognize this from the Declutter. This is one of the only lipsticks, I think, from that Declutter that I kind of had second thoughts about. And I said that I was either going to keep this one or this because both of these are the same color essentially, but now I'm trying to think, do I want to get rid of this one or do I want to get rid of the lipstick? So we're going to play around with both of these this month and see if I can come to a decision. I'm not keeping both of them. I will report back. Keeping with the pink theme, I am bringing in yet another MAC product. This is MAC Craving. Really, really pretty color. It is a kind of medium pink, I guess. It's really nice, and I feel like this looks a lot like the lip color I'm wearing right now. What I'm wearing right now is Palm and Girl from last month Shop My Stash. It's a Soap and Glory lipstick, but yeah, I really want to get more out of this because this is actually a little bit more muted than this color is, so I want to see how this looks because it's been ages. It's been absolute ages since I've worn this, and I want to get more use out of this. I wore this color on my wedding, actually combined with another color, so that definitely has sentimental value. I'm also bringing in this Mocha shade by Avon. I really think I'll enjoy this color. It looks like that. It's just kind of like a darker nude shade. I don't really wear these as often as like a lighter kind of nude on an everyday basis, so just to kind of switch it up because I did bring in a lot of pinks, I think it's time to get more use out of this one. And not makeup, but a perfume I want to bring in this month. This Toca Florence perfume, and this is really, really a nice spring floral scent. I'm not really sure about the exact notes in this perfume. Floral and spring, it makes sense. So I actually won this in a baby shower raffle. Thought this was a really fancy product to win, I'll say for sure. It came with like a candle because Toca is not, this is not a cheap brand by any means, but yeah, I think I definitely need to get more use out of this. What better time to do it than the springtime? So excited to bring this in this month. Guys, I think it's time to wipe all these swatches off my hand. That wraps up my March Shop My Stash. I'm really excited to use everything, and in addition to all that, play around with more eyeshadow and see what I can kick out of my collection because I'm really trying to do that. I don't know if I'm being very ambitious with all these products, probably, but whatever. If I need to roll it into the next month, I will. So we'll see. Thanks guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely consider giving this video a like and subscribe. That would mean so much to me. And yeah, I hope I catch you in my next video. Bye.